What's up guys, Elfis here. I'm going to show you a quick video of me attempting a 4-gate and him, the Zerg player here who is Ragnaros, defending the 4-gate very effectively. And there's a couple key reasons why he was able to do this, and I'm going to point them out as we go. I'm going to start the game now, and I'm going to kick it up a little bit. There's a couple things to note right off the bat. Good luck, have fun, 2x2, great sportsmanship. Good manners, guys. Always do that. Don't be that asshole who doesn't say that. Throw down my 9 pylon, and I go scout. I actually get a little bit unlucky and scout his base last, but in the end, it doesn't really make that big of a difference anyways. So, here's me throwing down my gateway at 12. His overlord's coming over now. He got lucky and scouted it right away. There's his drone. He's now scouting, and then he changes the direction of his drone because he saw my base with his overlord. Throwing an overlord over his natural so that he doesn't get like pyloned or something like that. Here I go into scout. He's got a gas pool up. I'm not sure with all the gas timings yet, so I don't really pay too much attention to that. I noticed a spawning pool though, and I noticed that means he's got Zergs up. He's got Zerglings coming. So he sends his drone back. At this point, I got a couple gateways out now. I'm getting close to finishing up my warp gate. I got my little few army units to defend. Here's a couple key things he does. First off, he leaves a Zergling right here. It's a sacrifice. It doesn't matter, though. It's a scout. He doesn't know what I'm doing, and he wants to see when I'm moving out. So I'll note this real quick. I got my 4-gate out now. I got my army coming in a sec. He's already expanded. He's got his 2 bases up and everything. Look at his units. He's got 2 queens and 3 Zerglings on the map. That's it. That's his full force. So he's got this overlord over here too, which he's going to use to scout my base after my army leaves. He'll note in a sec that he'll see my army leave from the Zergling, and then he'll use his overlord to scout the base and see what I actually have coming. Okay, and he does that in a second, right after he sees that. He actually was going to send it in anyways, and I would have killed it if I had been a few seconds delayed. But, so he sees that, he's got all these lings out. Wouldn't matter, my army probably would defeat those lings, I would think, but not entirely sure. He'll throw another ling away for the Xel'Naga. He throws on a couple spine crawlers instantly. They actually get up right about as I'm pushing in, because I want to get a forward pylon up before I push in so that I can start warping in up front. And he's doing roaches. He's got roaches in production. I don't know how to look at the production tab, but production, here we go. He's got roaches. 5 roaches in production. His roaches pop right about the time that I get here too. See, here's a couple roaches. And he's gonna have a couple more pops. See, I poke up the ramp, trying to get out the spine crawler before I notice that, I notice the spine crawlers, and I'm like, I need to get those down quickly. So there's a couple things to note in why he defends this so well. His army isn't necessarily so much better than mine, actually, with these force fields and stuff. I could have maybe defeated this army had I been paying attention a little bit better. I was macroing back home. I was putting down my, stuff when he went on me, and then I continued to warp in up here, which was not a poor choice, because I actually do win this engagement, but it certainly wasn't the best choice, because he does clean up my army in a minute, because he's got 20 lings on the way, and I got 4 stalkers warping in, but that's not going to do anything against that many lings, so tear me a new one. Here they come. And so there's a couple things to note. The reason he was able to defend this so well, I killed this in a second, by the way, but the reason he was able to defend this so well was because he scouted it with that ling up here, so he saw it coming and had enough time to make the army necessary to defend it. And actually, I'll be honest with you, he was a little bit close to not being able to defending that. Just a little bit close. If I had a few more units, if I hadn't done some misproductioning and things along that lines, he might not have made it. I send my pro back home because I know that fight's done. And now I have no army. He actually could have attempted to take these lings and deny my expansion, and he should have. And there I go, sad face. First person to stop my 4-gate, upset. He should have taken these lings and denied my expansion. In all honesty, that was a poor, thing on his part, because even if I had started producing instantly again, I just wouldn't have had the units by the time he got there. So he should have done that. He might have even been able to end it right here. I'm not sure actually, but he might have been able to. But so that's the big thing I wanted to note, why he was able to defend it. Scouting, he did a lot of scouting. He had the Xel'Naga tower, he had a ling on my natural, he had an overlord come in right after my army left. So all that scouting, so he saw the 4-gate coming, and then on top of that, correct unit production. He started producing roaches. I think I probably would have stuck with lings because he saw, well, maybe not. I don't know. It's kind of up for debate. He sends all this over here. He doesn't actually do anything with this. Oh, no, sorry, he loses all this. He loses all this because of very poor micro. He tries to send it right into my main, Watch this. He gets one through, force field. Now his whole army dies because he's trying to send this whole thing through without turning around and attacking. Here, now he turns around and attacks. I think I lose one stalker, maybe two, and he loses his whole army. And I just use my probes to clean up this guy up here. Boom. No big deal. So I lose one stalker for his 20 lings or something, whatever that was. Not a good trade for him. Very poor decision making. I need to get these guys on gas in a minute. Here we go, getting a couple on gas, and I need to start producing more units here, and I should... Oh, I already got some here. I need to warp these too. Those are my mistakes. Poor macro. There we go. And so now I want to note, by the way, this guy does lose this game. After he is so far ahead because of that failed 4-gate, he actually loses this game. He throws 20 lings out right there for practically nothing. He gets one stalker from it. That's nothing. Nobody cares about that. One stalker for 20 lings? Sure, I'll make that trade any day. So he throws all those out. Now he's back down to like no army. I actually might have been able to put some more pressure on him, but night ended because he would have been able to spawn in some more. What's he got coming? Oh, a couple hydras. So yeah, but so here's another. I'll speed it up a little bit at this point because he makes a couple more mistakes. So his army's fine. Hydras, roaches, lings. He actually drops a lot of those lings and just goes to hydra roaches. That's okay. I send an observer over, though. So here's a big problem. He's morphing this. I didn't notice this, or I would have moved him out of the way, but I see his army. I know he's going hydra roaches now. I know it, okay? So what he should have done is either changed or attacked now if he knew what my army looked like, or something along those lines, because I see him going hydra roaches, and you'll notice, yeah, boom, I instantly throw down a robotics bay, like instantly as soon as I see that, because he's going hydra roaches. I'm teching to Colossus, because Colossus will own hydra roaches. This is a big mistake he makes in this. Do I have chrono boost? Oh, I should have chrono boosted this. But he makes a big mistake. Here I go, sending out Colossus, Colossus, Colossus. I get like 3 Colossus, and I destroy his army. So he didn't choose right unit composition. Colossus beats hydra roaches, as long as the Colossus has enough support, which I do. And I have some pretty phenomenal force fields with his pretty poor micro when it gets to the time. So here he goes. I'm expanding to my 3rd. Now he's deciding, okay, it's time to kick your butt, man. And he's got... I think he actually has a bigger army than me. I'm not sure on that. He sends in these lings. Immediate suicide. I don't know what the point in that was. If he was just scouting it, he should have sent in a couple and just to see what I have. He backs back up, and now he's like, okay, this guy's got his 3rd. Maybe I can't let him take it. And he decides, well, now I should attack him. So in a minute here, after I get my cannons up, by the way, which is another poor decision on his part. Here, he's coming in. Watch the force fields, though. Force field out, like the vast majority of his hydras, and back it up. Kill off all of his roaches. And look, I believe I had 3 Colossus at the beginning of that fight. Might have been 2. Oh, so I only had 2 Colossus. So out of that whole fight, I lost 1 Colossus. He did not focus my Colossus in the slightest. Oh no, I did have 3, sorry. So I did lose 2 Colossus, that's fine. He should have focused it more, and he should have very much so paid more attention to unit composition. That was a poor mistake on his part. So he throws his whole army. Look at the size of this. I got all of this, and he's got nothing now. He's got a couple roaches that he just spawned, but again, roaches against hydras, you're going to lose. Roaches against Colossus, you're going to lose. You're still going to lose. Nothing's changed. Now I only have 1 Colossus, fine. He's supply blocked big time now because he left all his overlords here. But I got another Colossus on the way that's going to finish right now. And you're going to head over, and I'll send in some more warp gate units to back that up, and he tries to defend with what he has left. But again, roaches still lose to Colossus. Nothing's changed in the past 5 minutes. So he loses his 3rd. He loses way too much. He can't even make any more units now. There goes the rest of his army. And that's it. GG for him. So after such an incredible lead at the beginning, he lost. It was a little bit disappointing, to be honest with you, because when he stopped the 4-gate, I was under the impression I was going to lose this game very poorly. But in the end, mistakes do. It's not about who wins the battles, it's about who wins the war, and he won the battle with the 4-gate, but lost the war. So I thought I'd just show you guys how to defend a 4-gate. So quick review to defend a 4-gate: scouting, proper unit composition. You know, don't make 50 roaches, don't make 50 lings. If I have a bunch of sentries and you're trying to defend your base here, I'm going to cut your army in half and kill you. You know, it's just, If you want to make roaches like that, you have to fight out in the open or something. Don't fight right here if you want to make roaches, or sorry, lings again. I keep making that mistake. But so, you know, right unit composition. And if I have a lot of zealots, probably lings are not the best choice. Maybe some roaches. If I have a lot of stalkers, maybe still some roaches. I don't know. You could have gone with lings though if I didn't have that many sentries, or if you fought out in the open. But so right unit composition, scouting, those are two really big ones. If you want to see a more in-depth video on how to defend against early pressure, you should see Day 9's video. I'll post the link in the description if you guys want to check it out. It's like an hour long, but he goes into more in depth and gives a few more examples, and not just 4 gates. He does examples on other races and stuff too. So this is just a quick 4 gate example. I'll post it in the description though. If you guys want to go watch that, you can. But this is a shortened version of it. Anyways, guys, it's been cool. I'm gonna go sign off for a bit, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Elfis out.